as we head into game number 2. They want to take this 2-0 and start prepping for tomorrow.
Look, this makes sense. Ban those defenders, Slowbro and Lapras, and I predict possibly Umbreon being picked up, but no Kyrios. He's gone for the Inteleon, and I must say, this is such an incredible Pokemon that we have seen shine today.
Yeah, Inteleon's been really amazing, and there are some moments where it absolutely is game-changing. It's been interesting to me to see so much of the snipe shot Inteleon, not because it's bad, but just because when you happen to miss one of these pivotal snipe shots, you go from a liquidation that would have done a lot of damage to a snipe shot that does 0 damage. So I'm interested to see what teams decide to do with this Pokemon that is without question a powerhouse, especially early with some of the best secure in the game.
Look, we are in the house of pro players here. Spraggles, all right. Yes, we might miss some shots, but I think a lot of the time they're going to end up getting them. But look at this. We have seen it. Comfey and Urshifu duo just running at you, cannot escape.
Yeah, it is very, very difficult to deal with. And yeah, you're right. We're in the house of pro players, and you miss 100% of the snipe shots you don't take. But at the same time, you hit liquidation every single time, no matter what. So, hey, I think if Wayne Gretzky knew he was going to hit every single shot, he'd say, what am I doing? I'm going to keep using that one.
I don't know, but look at this. We do have Overlord that has locked in that triple-headed bird. Definitely one of your favorites.
Absolutely.
And Slash has picked up that Trevenant.
Yeah, this is a really good draft here, it looks like, from Luminosity. We have some unusual picks on the side of Time to Shine, I would say. You know, Blastoise proving to be pretty popular in this tournament so far. Leafeon's had some ups and downs as well. But, of course, they got that Umbreon very, very early. This feels like a almost classic Luminosity setup, and we're going to have to see what Time to Shine can do about it. We're going to send this thing over to the Wonder Zoinks and the Zoinks Chef to be casters. Boy, I didn't make that one work.
I'm pretty sure my name just got said twice, which I'll take, I suppose. I'm a big fan of that one. Wonder Chef, we have a very interesting draft, and I think Spraggle said it best. We are looking at a classic LG game right now.
We are. They got everything that they love. This is going to be definitely a great game for them, starting off like just as far as their feeling, you know, like how their just comfort is going to take them far in this one. But on the other side, it is a very interesting comp coming out of Time to Shine. Yeah. It's definitely very different than what they've been playing, not only just different Pokemon, but some different roles, kind of splitting around as well. Now, my big question is, are we going to see the mean look from the Umbreon to maybe try and counter a little bit of that Dodrio mobility, or is it going to be changing? I mean, there's so many options.
Yeah, it's really going to be interesting how Gek wants to play this specific matchup as well, because I think the Unite move is going to be one of the most pivotal ones. Of course, Umbreon stealing away shields. Rin on this Urshifu is going to love to create as many as they possibly can. Taking that one away is going to be huge. However, my questions around Time to Shine's composition are going to rely on the Blastoise and the Venusaur. These are two very late-game scaling Pokemon, and Luminosity has an extremely strong early-game composition. At the 7-minute point to maybe the 4-minute point, it is going to be tough sledding for Time to Shine to try to make their comp work.
Yeah, they've got a really weak early comp, and then a really strong power spike. It's about as strong as you can get, and then everything changes from there. So these are going to be some very different phases of this game overall, I would say. Currently, nothing super big. It looks like we're just trying to get some stacks in. That's going to be very effective. Double stacks potentially in this path right now, as we're going to see this Squirtle really get bullied. You know, not really being able to defend all that much against this onslaught, and the ability to just so freely farm stacks here for Luminosity, I think that's also very much in their favor.
I mean, the early game is just looking so good for them already. I mean, they have Dodrio and Urshifu. We've only hit that 8:45-minute mark. We already are scaling so well. Bottom path going a little bit tougher, taking a bit longer for that one, and Time to Shine with a pretty intelligent push down there. However, Overlord Reason is going to try to join this team fight. Gets mean looked and actually can't chase down their initial target. They had a choice between two, and when you choose other than Umbreon, sometimes you get stuck.
Oh, that was an excellent eject, but not going to be able to fully chase down, I don't believe. But I mean, not in that exact moment. Of course, the fact that you're going all the way back towards the enemy home base, eventually you're going to get caught, but that was at least a really good way to delay a large amount of time, a large amount of EXP from that Inteleon, or not even Inteleon quite yet. And here we go. Oh, look at this. A little bit of a fight here. Slash just trying to get out of there. They actually don't try to confirm that. They say, hey, there's more than enough taking us.
Well, with just Razor Leaf available, it's not going to be too easy to get that knockout.
Yeah.
They haven't quite hit that Solar Beam level, which again, this late game focus from Time to Shine is truly putting a lot of pressure on their team. Score-wise, though, they found some ways to make some early dunks happen, which is looking pretty good. I'm looking specifically at Shelvin on this Blastoise to have a big swing into the late game, and if they can get to that 9 quickly, they'll be in a lot better of a spot. Overlord goes in, gets out of there, and immediately tries to avoid the Solar Blade damage.
I do have to say, we haven't seen very many Solar Blades land. We've seen a lot of the charged versions rather than the full chloroform ones. Oh no, that is going to be already some huge picks right here. That is going to be everybody up on the top path going down. That is a huge lead. Look at these level differences. A level 10 already on this Dodrio, and the next highest on the other side is 7.
What do we say, Wonder Chef? Classic LG game right now. I mean, they are looking fantastic in these first steps of the game. Time to Shine hasn't really found a foothold whatsoever. First objective of the game could change that, though. They have a pretty decent secure with Venusaur and Leafeon Solar Blade, so some chances to earn some team-wide experience are definitely available.
That's right. They do have to completely, I don't know, that's a great way to fight back in. That's really what they should be focusing on, I think. Of course, the spacing already is so strong on the side of LG, and they don't need that many people to even be the one spacing. The mean look is good, but we are going to see the try attack, which is going to honestly make that mean look counter not as strong. Look at this. It's just going to be the duo of the Dodrio and the Comfey spacing aggressively as just 2 members of LG take out that first base.
Yeah, great play there from Luminosity Gaming. They have now broken 2 goal zones. Curios is the one caught in the mean look, but with that Unite move, they are doing so much damage. So many critical hits coming in for Curios and company. We are going to be able to try to outlast a lot of that damage, but not quite enough. They retreat all the way back to base, and some huge dunks are going to be happening for LG as the scoreline climbs higher and higher.
Oh, this is looking like LG's game right now. They have taken every objective. They have taken a gigantic lead. Now, the real big question here is, can Time to Shine fight their way back in? We're only at the 5-minute, 40-second mark. There's plenty of time for them to get a lot of EXP back, and we've seen this, especially we were watching the TTV match earlier, the first match of the day. There is a great opportunity to make these comebacks if you can stay safe, maybe just get one really good pick on Overlord, seeing like maybe an overextension or something. That could be all you need.
Yeah, it's easier said than done, though, right? I mean, you have Elo giving them the support on that Comfey. You get too close and you get Grass Knot, you are in a tough spot as well, which it's really cool to see these players in these offline environments choosing Grass Knot quite a bit. Really liking the feel of that move as of recently. Some good aggressive positioning from LG, taking over that halfway point of the map, making sure they have as much vision as possible. The Sludge Bomb, the Solar Beam combination is powerful, but they got to make sure they line it up perfectly as Dodrio finds a 1v1 knockout into the Venusaur. Great play from Overlord.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, you are not going to be able to get any mileage there. And on the backside as well, we saw Auk on the Leafeon try to get a pick on Inteleon, and it just wasn't quite there. So a lot of opportunities here. Time to Shine trying to take them, which is very commendable, but the strength of Luminosity's team right now is just so far ahead. Level 13 on the Dodrio, and almost everybody just levels ahead of their counterpart.
Yeah, and we talked so much about Overlord. We cannot leave Rin out of this conversation either. 12 on that Urshifu, and if you're watching closely to the minimap in these early games, that Blastoise was held down to level 6, level 7 for so long, thanks to that amazing top path presence of Rin on this Pokemon. So great shutdown in terms of defense and offense. LG really is finding a ways to win this game, and currently Rin is actually pushing towards the enemy's home goal zone to just score again.
Almost unnecessary at this point. Everybody else converging up in the top path, trying to get this Regieleki. At this point, it wouldn't even do all that much, I think, on the side of Time to Shine. They really do need to start fighting back for these points, but there we go. Big initiation, and once again, Venusaur going down, almost always the first one to go down. Leafeon as well, Fable following every single Pokemon up there going down. That's going to spread the lead to almost 400 points.
Luminosity Gaming has currently learned that if they win this game, they go to top 8, and have certainly found a new form in this tournament that we have not seen quite yet. They are beating one of EU's best 428 to 30. parity right now. And like we said before, if Luminosity wins this game, they are going to be advancing to tomorrow's top 8 bracket.
They just got every single Pokemon that they wanted. This Regieleki is going to go in the favor of Time to Shine, but that's going to not go that far as trying to even this up. They should be able to get a little bit of an overdunk. They've actually going to be able to get a little bit more. And hey, they almost got that pick right there. That would have been big, but I don't even know how much of an overdunk they really got. They're still behind by just under 400 points. It's all going to come down to this Rayquaza. There's truly no other option for Time to Shine, and LG absolutely knows that.
And it's more than just an objective secure, right? At this point in time with a score line like this, you need to not only knock out that major objective, but you also need to wipe out the entire enemy team to take away any chance they have to score the other direction. Luminosity Gaming currently has an ironclad grip on this lead, and they actually knock out Shelvin as well. They are going to have a pretty short respawn timer, seeing as Luminosity Gaming has had such a great game so far, but they will be coming on the back foot for this final fight.
This is a Luminosity classic. They're so far forward in the enemy central area. They're making sure to cut off everybody before they even get a chance to regroup and try to fight their way back in this. Look, as Rin in a potential scoring position. Curios perfectly getting vision on Rayquaza, but here we go. It's all of Time to Shine trying to fight their way through. This is where the first initiation is really going to have to happen, and they're actually going to be able to try to take down Overlord, but can even the entire team of Time to Shine take them down? That combo is not looking stoppable right now. Still staying up, still the target of everything. That's 2 down, 4 down, 1 more to go, and that's going to be it. But coming all the way back to base, denying the Penta, that's going to be regardless array. That's going to be a game win, and that's going to be our first team qualifying for the finals bracket on day 2.
What an incredible showing from LG. From front to back in this final game at number 2, they have looked amazing. This Dodrio Comfey combination looking completely unstoppable, and then Rin really shutting down every comeback chance that Time to Shine had, in my opinion. What an amazing game. Slash's Trevenant, it literally looked un-KOable in that game as well.
Oh, yeah.
Every single team fight, it's coming away with just fractions of HP. Time to Shine putting on a pretty solid show in that game number 1, but let's face it, in game number 2, that was all LG.
It was. Look, this is a great, honestly, on a great near team wipe, but oh my gosh, they're actually coming back in and just continue the fight. I was going to say, even if they got a full team wipe on Luminosity at this point, I know we're calling this game like it's over, but that's because it is. If you had 100 Aeos points in Aeos energy in every single pocket of every single member of Time to Shine, and they all scored, you would still lose by 300 points.
Yep. The current reigning world champions are going to be moving on to the top 8 bracket yet again. Wow, it's pretty amazing to see our champions having a great performance yet again, and they're going to have a chance at a second title. Time to Shine going to be heading home. However, LG going to be moving on. What is he? Rin can't believe it. He's shocked they won.
Can we get a round of applause for our first qualified team? We're going to be seeing more of them tomorrow, fighting their way again to repeat their win, their victory at Worlds. But also a hand for Time to Shine. Fought extremely well. A tough group to be in, but they represented their region very well. Same thing with SAUL Esports. I got to talk about them too.
I was just going to say, SAUL Esports putting on an amazing show, pushing Luminosity and Time to Shine to the edge of their seat in some final moments. Really incredible. But in the end, it's a Luminosity Gaming that stand on top of their group. Yet again, the champions pushing on. Shelvin there, unfortunately, having to play against this squad twice, 2 worlds in a row now. So if they both make it to year number 3, we know they're going to have to compete again.
Oh yeah, that is just how it goes. But hey, you know what? Maybe 3rd time's the charm. But regardless, great stuff to these teams. LG, you know, we got a chance to hear Overlord saying that as time goes on, they are going to get more and more comfortable in the tournament. And look at this graph. That is a show of comfort if I've ever seen one, especially considering how close the game number 1 was.
And just, you can see at how much of a championship caliber team Luminosity is and how they play those final moments. You have that big of a lead, a lot of teams are just going to shore up, they're going to play defense, they're going to play it safe. However, Luminosity Gaming instead takes the fight to the enemy in the enemy central area, and there we go. The